The Canadians this week had an okay week. Wasn't too many performances. The MLS is still out, right? So there are still a lot of players that are on vacation. A few a transfer that happened, but still yet to play. So it was okay. Not too many goals of note. Still a break for some leagues. So, but nonetheless, there was still good performances as always, and we'll get into it. But okay, so yeah, we'll start with the first game of the week, which will go to Bayern. I'm not sure. This is Bayern's first game back in like 2 weeks. It was a friendly against Salzburg, RB Salzburg. As you can see here, so Ito was playing. I don't know if Davies was in for this game. Yeah, so it seems Davies did not play, and he also, yeah, foreshadowing, he didn't play later in the week, so he seems to not be back to full health, even though he came back the past few weeks. But hopefully, I'm hoping for a speed recovery. Hopefully, we can see him soon, because Alfonso Davies is always missed, always missed. We'll move on. But for the Canadians, so this was a very very good game. It was actually a duel between the Canadians. So there was Ishmael Kone versus Jonathan David, and if you can see, as you can see here, let me see, as you can see here, Jonathan David, yeah, he ended up scoring a goal in the 63rd minute, and actually he got an assist in this match too. Really good performance by him. We'll look into it. We'll get deeper dive into it. As you can see here, he 77.7 rating, which is not too shabby. Good shooting, passing. Even though he got the assist, it didn't seem too good for passing wise. Three total shots, one big chance miss. I actually saw that. It was right after his goal where he missed like a sitter. I might show you guys after there. Three total shots, one goal, so not too shabby there. Passing, as you can see, one assist here. It was quite a nice assist. I'll show you after. Big chances, six key passes. So I don't understand why his passing would be rated kind of poorly, but nonetheless it's fine. His dribbling was pretty good. He had one successful dribble right here. Oh, I know exactly which one it is, and you'll see it. It was a good dribble. 1 out of 1 tackles, one, 3 defensive contributions, 2 out of 5 ground duels, one. So yeah, again, it was a pretty good game from him. A goal and assist. We'll look at the goal right now. Okay, so this is Jonathan Davis' goal. So the pass gets intercepted originally, but then the defender makes a mistake actually. Not his best work, but then you see him. He gets past the goalkeeper, shoots it. It was a nice goal. Yeah, see again, get past the goalkeeper. Not too shabby from Jonathan David, and he needed that goal. That was only his second goal in the Serie A. Like, even though I preach him been playing pretty decently, like I think he has been playing pretty decently. He hasn't been scoring the goals, and he needed that. He needed that. Not only did he have that, he also had the assist. So I'm from him. Can't deny that. Yeah, we cannot deny that at all. And as I've been calling out for, he's been starting to get minutes and starting to show that he deserves to get these minutes. Yes, he's not scoring as many goals as we would have hoped he would have, but nonetheless, he's still doing well. I think he's a great player. I think he's a better player than Openda, and has been showing that he's a better player than Openda. So good for him. But this is actually the only game he plays this week. He plays tomorrow, so on Monday he plays, but it's okay. Yeah, for anyone who's confused, I record this on Sundays, and he plays on Monday. So I'll show you guys that next week. But moving forward, we have Rangers versus Aberdeen. If anyone is unaware, Cornelius is still injured. I think he's back mid-January or early January, or probably late January maybe. But yeah, he's still away. Then we got Nathan Saliba. So St. Gallen versus Anderlecht. I actually don't know what competition this was. Oh, it's a club friendly. It's a club friendly. So there's not too much to show. Nathan Saliba played, I don't know how many minutes. Let's see here. He played 62 minutes. Nathan Saliba. They lost the game, so that's nothing to write home about. But good, he's getting some minutes at least. Can't complain too much about that. Um, Here we have another club friendly, but as you can see here, we got Theolonis Bear, who was twice on the score sheet. He was on the score sheet twice. Unfortunately, I can't find. There's no highlights for this, so I couldn't get the highlights. I can't show you guys the highlights. But Theolonis Bear has another 2 goals. He's been doing very well for Lausanne this season. Lausanne hasn't been doing the greatest, but he has been having a great season. So hopefully he can come back to, I think, Auxerre. I don't know how to pronounce it, but in the Ligue 1. Hopefully he can go back to them next season and do well in the Ligue 1. We would like to see another Canadian Ligue 1. We'll move on from that. Dender has their game postponed, so can't talk about that. Um, St. Pauli also. So St. Pauli just signed a young goalkeeper from Montreal. They unfortunately weren't able to play. They didn't play this week, so they got their game postponed as well. Al Rayad. This is not a game too much of note, but as you can see, Borjan, like one of Canada's, one of their, one legends. He's been around for a long time. Surprisingly that he's not been called up at all from Jesse March. Like, let's see, he is 38 years old, still playing for Al Rayad. And what league is this? This is the Saudi Pro League. Al Rayad is They're avoiding they're avoiding relegation right now. Not too shabby. He did not too bad in this game either. He had what, three total saves, two saves inside the box. Limited them to 1-1, so not awful. We'll move on. Celtic won. And if anyone doesn't know either, Alistair Johnson is injured. He's also injured. He's been injured for quite a bit. I don't know when he comes back. He'll be back. Might be a few months till he comes back, but yeah, we have that's that. We move on to here Villarreal versus Alaves, and in this game, what was it? Tajan Buchanan started the match. He played all right, but didn't play too many minutes. What he played 67 minutes. Okay, so he did play quite a bit. But let's see. In terms of passing, only 17 attempted, 12 total passes, so nothing to write home about there. Shooting, he had one total shot. It was blocked. No successful dribbles, 30 touches. Defensively, two defend. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was a great game by Tayshaun Buchanan. Any such imagination. They won 3-1. But there's one other Canadian, Tani Alawase, only played about 8 minutes. Not great. Well, yeah, I just wish he would play more minutes. He's been doing decently when he has a chance. In terms of his game, no successful passes at all. Only two attempted. Dribbles, let's see. Four touches, one successful dribble, one aerial duel, one. Nice. That's not too shabby. Yeah, from the Canadian perspective, like for Villarreal, from the Canadians, it wasn't the most exciting week for them, but they won nonetheless. It's a good win. They maintained their position in third place, and pretty good. Like with one game in hand to Atletico Madrid, they're only 4 points behind Real Madrid. They're pretty far off from Barcelona. They needed to win that other game. They could have like a few weeks ago, but they just unfortunately they couldn't. We'll move on. We got another game from Sassuolo. So Ishmael Kone plays this one. If you guys look here, this Kone is not Ishmael Kone. Unfortunately, Ishmael Kone did not score. He had a 6.7 rating. He played 83 minutes. Played decently. Good dribbling. Defensively, not the greatest, but he's been having a great season. I keep on saying this. I think he's the most consistent player Canada has. Most consistent player Sassuolo has. There's a reason why Juventus wants him. He can get. I can see him getting a good move for sure. Let's look at his game. So he has 85% pass accuracy, 20 attempted, 17 made. Shooting. He had two total shots, one big chance missed. Unfortunately, so there could have been two corners on the score sheet. Just saying, but he missed his chance. 32 touches, 1 out of 1 successful dribbles, nice. Defensively, 4 out of 5 ground duels won is very nice. I don't think he did poorly defensively by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, that's what doesn't. Oh, errors. No, errors leading to shot. Didn't lead to a goal. It led to a shot, but yeah, it wasn't his best game. It was an okay game. Sassuolo loses, and how are they doing in the table? They were doing okay, but now they're bang in the middle, basically. Yeah, bang in the middle. Hopefully they can pull it back the next few weeks. We'll move on. What do we got next? We have here Hajduk versus Croatia Z. I never heard of that team as a club friendly again. Nothing to write home about here, but we'll see. Yeah, Nico Sigor played the whole second half. How did the second half even play out? They scored a goal in the second half, so I can't really tell you too much about his details about his game. But Nico Sigor, another good player, another player has been very consistent, and yeah, so yeah, good he got some minutes. Norwich, if anyone didn't hear the news, Ali Ahmed finally he got a move to Norwich. He wasn't able to play this match. It just happened recently this week, but they at least they got this win. In the actual championship, they're not doing the greatest. They're in the relegation spot. I'm not the happiest with the move, but there'll be another video on that probably later on in the future. I think it's like a parallel move. It's more competitive league, yeah, but it's not necessarily a better team. You know, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, he wasn't able to play this game. They move on in this tournament. They move on to what, round final 32. Yeah, it seems like the round final 32. We'll keep moving. I told you guys that Alfonso Davies did not play this match either, but they won 8-1. Bayern Munich is killing it. Rangers they won another game. Is that? Yeah, they won another game 2-0. Again, Cornelius is out. Here we have Nice versus Nantes. Nice is Bombito's team. Well, Bombito, as you might have guessed, he's also out, unfortunately. But they make it through to the next round. Nice has not been having the greatest season, so hopefully Bombito can get better soon and help out Nice and Canada. Bombito's been out for a while, man. I hope he can get better soon for sure. And then yeah, that's seems to be it, but it's not actually it. So here we have Feyenoord versus Heerenveen. Feyenoord has Laren, and Laren played 10 minutes. Seems to have okay, like yeah, he had okay minutes, I guess. 1 out of 2 pass successful, dribbles, 2 touches. Defensively, didn't do much offensively. Lost 2 aerial duels. Again, in 10 minutes, he didn't do much. Feyenoord tied. How are Feyenoord in this league? They're second place, but they're far behind PSV. 13 points behind. Oh, that's unfortunate for them. There's another game I want to talk about. As we can see, Middlesbrough lost to Fulham. This is in the FA Cup, so Middlesbrough's out, but Alfie Jones is out. He is injured still, unfortunately. But yeah, that's that. And then, oh, forgot to show this game. So Preston versus Wigan. We have Jebison over here, striker, but doesn't seem to be his best game. He also didn't score a goal. But we'll take a look at his stats. 7 out of 10 passes successful, 24 touches. Nothing. 3 out of 2. I mean, 2 out of 3 ground duels, which is good. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it wasn't the greatest game. They lost that game too. They needed to win. It was in the FA Cup, so they're out of the FA Cup. Okay, guys, so we're gonna work on the tier list. This week there was, as you saw, there wasn't too many performances, so it's gonna be a little bit hard to gauge how I do this. But I think obviously Jonathan David for the second week has to go on the top. He had a great performance, man of the match, an assist and a goal, and Juventus' 3-0 win against Sassuolo. Ismail Kone's team, so great performance from him, and he needed that goal. He needed that performance. The second player that's gonna be in top tier is gonna be actually Theolonis Bear. I know we didn't see his highlights, but he scored 2 goals in that friendly where they won 4-2. And in terms of everybody else, I don't know. I think this might be it. I don't know. We'll see. One second. Okay, so yeah, that was it. Okay, I just want to reiterate. So this is the tier list for this week's Canadians, and as you can see, there wasn't too many performances this week, but there are 2 notable performances from this week. Is Jonathan David, who had a goal and an assist in his man of the match performance against Sassuolo, Ismail Kone's team, his fellow Canadian. But yeah, that was a performance he needed, a goal he needed, and hopefully he can continue doing that going forward. The second player up there is Theolonius Bear, who played in a friendly match against Zamax, which is, I mean, I don't know where they're from, and I couldn't find the goals, but nonetheless, a good performance from him, and he's been having a great season. So hopefully he can keep that up and help Lausanne do better or go back to the French league and play for Auxerre, his parent team, play better over there. We need another player in Ligue 1. That'd be nice. But yeah, that concludes the Canadian section of the weekly roundup. As you can see, it wasn't the most impressive week, but nonetheless, it will continue to get better and better as the weeks go on, as the MLS starts to come back, and as certain players come back from vacation, as the transfer window starts moving. There's gonna be a lot of things moving on, a lot of things coming on. The Belgian league wasn't playing, so Promise David wasn't playing wasn't playing this week. So don't worry, in the future weeks there'll be a lot of things to come. So I hope you like the video. Yeah, that's that one. But peace.